Hello, I would like to begin my scholarship presentation by answering one of the given questions. The question I have chosen is the concept of the sustainable development applicable to the tourism and hospitality industry? My answer is yes. In this presentation, I will answer by explaining the meanings of sustainable development, its importance in hospitality and tourism, and I will support my points with real world examples and solutions. The titles of my presentation is Sustainable Development in Tourism and Hospitality, a Path to a Better Future. So let's get into it. First, we have these contents in this presentation. Introduction, why sustainability matters. The three pillars of sustainability, relevance to hospitality and tourism. Environmental impacts of tourism, real-world success stories. When sustainability is ignored, the roles of hospitality business, guest behavior and market trends, challenges to sustainability, the way forward, and the conclusion. So, welcome to my presentation on sustainable development in tourism and hospitality, a path to a better future. In this presentation, I want to explore why sustainability matters, how it's applied to our industry, real-world examples, and what we can do to move forward responsibly. First, let's start with the introduction. Why sustainability matters now more than ever. What is sustainable development? Sustainable development means meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. In hospitality, we rely on nature, local communities, and cultural identity. But these are being threatened by climate change, waste, and over-tourism. Sustainability helps us protect destination, control cost, and meet the expectations of eco-conscious travelers. And let's have about the three pillars of sustainable. There has three pillars of sustainability. These are environmental, social, and economic. Environmental sustainability means protecting resources and reducing pollution. Social sustainability focuses on treating people fairly, supporting communities, and respecting cultures. Economic sustainability means staying profitable in the long run, but without exploiting people or nature. True sustainability requires a great balance between all these pillars. Okay, for the next slide, we will move on to their relevance to the hospitality and tourism industry. We should not forget that first is hotels and resorts use large amounts of energy, water, and materials like plastic. Without sustainable management, operations can harm the environment brutally. Tourism can also damage ecosystems through overuse, like coral reefs, forests, and cultural sites are especially at risk. But the industry also has great power. Through staff education and green guest options, hospitality businesses can lead the way. Not only that, we have to also educate guests too. We can say that tourism is a blessing, but at the same time, we can also say tourism is a burden to our planet. So why I can say that? Let's look around. First, tourism brings jobs, cultural exchange, and infrastructure development. It helps communities grow. However, the same tourism can lead to carbon emissions, overcrowding, and disrespect for local traditions. In places like Bali and Venice, over-tourism has strained resources and damaged local life. The key is managing growth responsibly. However, we also have success stories in sustainable tourism and hospitality. Let's look at some example in real life case. First is banyan tree hotels and resorts. Banyan tree hotels use reforestation and green building design while supporting local communities in Southeast Asia. For second, we have Six Sense resorts. Six Sense resorts focus on renewable energy, organic gardens, and plastic-free policy plus guest education. And the third, we also can say about Bhutan. Bhutan limits tourist numbers and promotes happiness over profit, showing how a country can prioritize sustainable values. For the Bhutan, I also have side experience in travel because I have seen in travel blogs to Bhutan's, they use like they use to electric car to electric car in tow, not fully equal toll, but a part of it. So Bhutan is raised their high value, low impact policy. These are examples of success and inspiration. Let's look about when sustainability is ignored, what the consequence is coming. Let's look about that. First, it is about Maya Bay. Maya Bay in Thailand became so overcrowded that coral reefs were destroyed, forcing a full closure for environmental recovery. So Thai government closed it for 4 years to allow recovery. And for second, we have Venice. Venice from Italy, over-tourism damage historic buildings and make life expensive for locals, pushing many residents away. These are signs that ignoring sustainability has serious consequences for people, the planet, and even profit. Let's look about the roles of hospitality business in sustainability. Hospitality business can lead in sustainability. How? Let's look about how hospitality business can lead in sustainability. Business can take action by using energy efficient equipment, cutting water and plastic use, and reducing food waste. Hiring locally and buying local products supports communities. Educating both staff and guests makes a big difference. Not only the hotels, but also the restaurants and small food selling butcher also have to aware about how important is the sustainability. We can have the simple idea like encouraging tower reuse, offering eco tours can build a sustainability brand. And let's look about guest behavior and market trends. Sustainable travel, and what guests want today. A large number of guests, over 18 persons, now prefer sustainable accommodations. Many are willing to pay more for hotels with green practice and ethical policy. After COVID pandemic was spread, our hospitality and tourism industry was break down and lost so much in the industry. After that, people started again in tourism, have their traveling and their experience in hospitality, and they get understand about more, and they get more awareness about sustainability this time. So they have starting willing to pay more hotel with green practice and ethical policy. Guests prefer a hotel with visible eco-initiative, recycling bins, solar panels, etc. Younger travelers especially want transparency, fairness, and environmental care. Tourists took for LED certifications, plastic-free hotels, and energy-saving practices. There are more preference for eco-friendly hotels. And we also have rise of conscious traveler. Younger generations, Gen Zs and millennials, support ecos and ethical tourism. They value transparency, fair wage, and community respect. Also, online reviews and social media reward green business, making sustainability a key to long-term reputation. Green hotels benefit from positive word of mouth and customer loyalty. However, even we have started raise the awareness, the importance of sustainability in hospitality and tourism industry, we still have so many challenges. In these challenges, I will talk about 4 main challenges to sustainability in hospitality and tourism. First is high initial cost. Solar panels, eco certification, and waste systems are expensive. So first, we can say about sustainable upgrades can be expensive, especially for small business. They may struggle to invest in sustainable upgrades. Second, we still have a lack of knowledge or training. There is often a lack of knowledge and training for staff and also the guest. Staff may not understand sustainable practices, limited access to professional training in some regions. And also we have resistance to change. Some of the owners may fear that green practices will hurt profits, and some of the guests may expect luxury or convenience over sustainability. So some owners and even guests resist change, feeling it will affect comfort or profit. It is also a big challenge to sustainability in hospitality and tourism. And the last is regulatory or government gaps. Weak environmental laws or enforcement, tourism policy may focus on quantity, not quality. So, lastly, in some regions, weak regulation make it harder to enforce sustainable standards. These challenges are real, but they are not impossible to overcome at some point. However, we always have to find the way forward for the better future by sustainable in hospitality and tourism industry. Let's look at some simple solutions for sustainability and hospitality in hospitality and tourism industry. First, it's invest in education and training. Train staff in eco-friendly practices and cultural awareness. Introduce sustainability modules in hospitality schools. The future lies in education, government support, and community-based tourism. Staff need training, governments should offer incentive. Government and industry support is really important and necessity. Offer tech incentives, grants, and certifications for green business. Stronger regulation to reduce pollution and protect heritage site would be the best support that can give from governments, because in our regions, in our country, we don't even have the bachelor degree in hospitality management of tourism. It is only have some diploma and certificate courses, and it is really hard to give the training or right way of the learning in hospitality and tourism. We only use practical method only, and that make lack in knowledge in sustainability in hospitality and tourism. And also, we have to support local communities by enveloping them directly. Like we can buy the local products instead of buying from far away. That can reduce more weakness or more things that affect badly on sustainability, and promote smaller responsible travel experiences. We must promote smaller responsible travel experiences and educate guests on how they can help. Encourage responsible travel behavior, educate guests through signaling guides and in-room message, reward eco-conscious choice. Example, as I said before, tower reuse and local purchases would be the best, easiest and simplest to start the encourage responsible travel behavior. Sustainability is about collaboration between business, government, communities, and travelers. Let's get about the conclusion. Sustainable development is essential. It protects our environment, cultures, and our futures in hospitality and tourism. Also, support local people and ensure a future for the industry. Hospitality businesses play a central role. It plays a key role. Hotel, destination, and even guests must work together to make real change. Hospitality businesses play a central role, and when they act responsibly, everyone benefits. Sustainability is not a trend, it's the future, and it's necessary. It's the direction our industry must follow. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope this presentation gave you insight and inspiration for a more sustainable future in tourism and hospitality.